Yeah, on YouTube. On YouTube.
YouTube.
I have 2 viewers. We're about to start in
Oh, it's the start just
2 minutes.
I hope.
Yeah.
Oh, did I? I didn't even bring my
You
phone.
look like a mom.
I hope people don't text me
Why? You
You're
forget your phone.
because
The air?
Oh, that doesn't matter because he edits that. Hey guys. Hey, sorry to interrupt your sermon that you're listening.
Okay.
Can you not?
hey,
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure we're like almost done.
We're all friends here. Okay.
Justin, you should probably leave so you don't distract us.
No, he.
Okay.
I gotta remember not to do that.
Hey, sorry to interrupt your sermon that you're listening to. This is live at the WJHV studio at Faith Fellowship in Fairbury, Illinois. Welcome to The Project, a radio show where we talk about our daily lives and how we are God's projects, and possibly we will also answer your questions. I'm Kytela,
I'm Josh.
I'm Gavin.
I'm Matt.
and today we're going to be talking about school and how our lives are
But
in high
first,
school and stuff.
we are going to give another disclaimer because we have not done one for a while. So the views and the things that we say on today's show does not necessarily reflect the views of this church and or Pastor Kim. So as if we say something, it doesn't necessarily mean that our entire church is like, rooting for that one thing.
Right.
We might say something dumb. We're kids. But today we're talking about school.
Yeah, and our main question of the day is that what types of things have you experienced being a Christian in high school? Like, what kinds of struggles or trial? I don't really know. Have you gone through? Being
So
a
just
Christian?
going to
Yeah.
school as a Christian, what is one of the hardest things about going to a public school
You can.
where Christ isn't exactly allowed, like they don't even allow teachers to really talk about it. So what is the hardest part about doing that?
You can tweet in your questions to us at FFMP412, which is Twitter, with the hashtag Ask412.
All right.
Okay.
And you can also, actually, I forgot to bring my phone, but if you have me on Facebook, you can message me on Facebook. I think.
Or anyone else.
Yeah, I think a couple other people brought their phones, so you can also do that and text them.
You can Snapchat Josh if you want to. Just
I
saying.
don't know how many of them have
Okay.
Snapchats who are listening.
Okay.
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 So we're gonna get to that at the end of the show, around 7:25-ish.
Okay. All right. Well, I looked up some things that people got arrested for while in school, such as a girl spraying herself with perfume
She
got arrested for
Yep.
that.
in Texas. 12-year-old girl.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, I don't
Depends
know.
on how much, I guess. I don't know. That's a weird.
Well, yeah, but I don't think they would arrest people purely because of the perfume.
I think there's probably something else.
She probably overdosed on
No,
perfume.
I don't think she
Perfume.
drank it.
She,
Did she?
No,
drink it?
no.
did
No,
she drink
no,
it?
she
She just
sprayed.
sprayed. Okay, so what I'm saying is, I don't think they want students bringing in foreign liquids like that because I
True.
don't.
That's like we're not allowed to have water bottles at school.
Actually, when I was playing football and I was like cramping and stuff, I got a doctor's note. So as long as you have like a
Guys,
doctor's
guess
Mhm.
what? I have a doctor's note that I've had since kindergarten, and I can drink and eat whenever I want in school, and I can leave the classroom and go to the bathroom whenever I want.
That's awesome.
I know, it's basically like a
Lucky.
free hall pass. It's awesome.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. And that's just because of why?
I'm diabetic,
There you go.
but it works.
She has diabetes.
Not that I've ever used that, just to get out of class or anything.
I would. How are you?
All right. I have another one. People got arrested. There were a teenage couple, and they just broke up, and then they started throwing milk on each other, and then they got arrested.
They got arrested.
Instead of going to the principal's office.
I feel. Where is this?
Yeah, what?
That was in Houston.
So
Texas
Texas
again.
is a little
Yeah.
harsh. up
So
there.
if you want to get arrested,
Go
at
to
school-
Texas.
Go
And
to
Texas.
nothing against Texas, though. Just a
Everything's
disclaimer.
bigger.
Yeah, another disclaimer.
Another disclaimer.
Again.
All right, you have a couple more.
I do. throwing paper airplanes.
Okay, wait.
You got arrested.
Before you say that, I have a story.
Okay.
So we were at the wrestling state meet in Champaign, and it's in the what's it called? The stadium.
State Farm Center.
Is that what it's now called?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
changed it.
Yeah, the new that's the new name for it.
It was the Assembly Hall.
Yeah, the assembly hall, the old assembly hall. So we were in there watching it, and I made a huge paper airplane out of one of the pamphlets that were there, and I threw it down, and because I saw a couple other people do it, and I thought it was hilarious. Except when I threw it, a couple security guards started walking up towards us, and so I was sitting there, and apparently a couple guys behind me were like pointing at me and saying to the guards that it was me. But then right when they got close to me, somebody even farther back threw a paper airplane, and so then they got in trouble. and so
that's
I
awesome.
didn't, I didn't get
Close
trouble.
one.
But anyways, I would have been arrested
Paper
probably.
airplanes. It's
I'm just kidding.
bad
I would not
stuff
have got
right
arrested.
there.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah. All right,
Got one
another one was a 13-year-old in New Mexico for burping in class.
Okay, I feel like these.
Um,
This is a little weird. Why would you arrest
I
someone?
think they might have mixed up detention and arresting.
No, it was arresting. Yep,
I don't understand why.
arrested
Yeah.
by the police.
Are you sure this is legit? Is this Wikipedia?
It's on the internet, so it has to be real.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, no,
Your
but
argument-
What website is this?
It's on endoftheamericandream.com. I don't know what that
legit.
means.
That seems legit.
I just
That's
googled it, but I'll have one more. A kid in Albuquerque was carrying $200 in his pocket. So then he got arrested.
Because he was carrying money.
Yep.
I thought it was from drugs.
You know that? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He might be a part of like. He might be. See, there's a little bit of a difference. Like it sounds bad when you first think of some of these things, but there has to be something behind it.
Something else.
Yeah.
There has to you can't arrest somebody for burping in class. There has to be something more. Like maybe he burped on like a teacher's face, and the teacher thought
Yeah.
it like
Like
was
assault
assault or
or
something. So I mean, there has to be more than just burp and then arrested.
Okay, I have a question from a totally anonymous person. It is, who has been your favorite teacher and why? Anyone want to start?
I'm gonna have to say Mrs. Conberry. She
Yeah.
is hilarious. She's probably like the funnest teacher that I've had. Most fun.
Thank you. That was
Sorry.
fucking.
Well, she's an English teacher, so it's a good thing I fixed that.
Yeah.
What about you in your short?
Hold
school
up.
career?
I just gotta say, Mama Khan is the best of all time. Of all time.
That was John. He
Well-
just had to give his input. Okay.
Mama Khan.
It
Mama
definitely
cut.
was not Miss Zimmerman. She hates
Oh,
me with
jeez.
the passion.
Well, you don't
Gaffer.
say that.
Yeah,
That was my
sorry.
Another disclaimer.
Yep, sorry.
Much love to Mrs. Zimmerman.
Even though she gave me a detention in junior high, my only detention. It's all cool though.
Okay,
We're
well,
tight.
no.
We're tight now.
Wait, does a band director count as a teacher?
Yes.
Yes,
Sure.
sure.
Yeah, then Miss is like half
Why?
because she's the band director and she's really nice and funny.
Nice and funny.
And
Usually
pregnant.
go well together.
Oh yeah, she's pregnant. It's so cute. She has a little baby bump. It's awesome.
Felix. Little.
Yeah, it's little compared to a lot of other ladies that I've seen. But anywho, let's not get into technicalities. But my favorite teacher would have to be either Mrs. Klein, band teacher, or Mr. Chaplin, because Mr. Chaplin's pretty awesome.
yeah,
He
Mr.
taught me a
Chaplin.
lot of stuff. He's pretty funny.
He's a close second to my
Yeah.
favorite.
And I bought him like a Yoda bobblehead because he's like obsessed with Star Wars.
So is his son.
And it's in his room, his classroom. It's pretty cool.
So, do you want to go over the hashtag again so that we can?
I guess I would
Yeah,
say my
so
favorite teacher.
Tweet, yeah, after.
Go
Wait,
ahead,
hold
go
on.
ahead, sorry.
Yeah.
I would say my favorite teacher is also Mrs. Conberry.
I haven't
So
had
then we
her,
didn't
so I
need
don't
to-
know.
wait, yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Okay, so tweet in who has been your favorite teacher and why, and we will air
On
your
what
answers on hashtag Ask412.
There you go.
Well, if our dad tweets in, we're not gonna know who was teaching in the 1800s.
1800.
It's a little much.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't. I think his teacher might have been like Abraham Lincoln. Or,
No, he's the
Abraham.
president.
Oh, he was okay. That's right. And then it must have been Benjamin Franklin.
No, he invented the kite or something like that.
What? He invented the kite.
I think you are a little mixed up.
A little lot.
Yeah. Okay. So that's pretty cool. I love
What? Okay,
about the
continue.
Just go with
teachers.
it.
About the
Oh,
teachers.
yeah.
I like your guys' favorite
Like,
teachers.
That's pretty cool.
I
That's
didn't know what you were
cool.
talking about.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You're talking about his kite deal over here.
No. Okay. Well, I mean, I could have said that to a lot of the things because he's making up stuff about kites and then.
Yeah. We actually just learned that kites came before kites. Like, you know what you fly? Like, the mathematical kite came before flying kites. That's how they named it. I never knew that, but yeah.
Oh, like in your math class.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Geometry. No. Okay.
Guys, I have a really good story. It's about sort of like school. But this one time at band camp, it's a great story when you start off like that.
No.
No.
But yes, it is, guys.
Okay.
You guys don't even know.
Is that from
Football
a movie?
players, I mean, whatever. Okay, so it was freshman year, I think, and we had this theme day where we get to dress up as cartoon characters or something like that. And the trumpet section decided to be Smurfs, so I painted my face blue, and we had an hour and a half or something lunch break that day, so I went to Dave's, which is like a supermarket in town. And when I went in there, I went back into the deli, and some little old lady comes up to me. She's like, "Honey, do you realize that your face is blue?" And I just look at her. I'm like, "Yes, I painted it." It's really awkward because face is blue. I thought it was pretty obvious that my face was blue. It was pretty funny. And I got a lot of weird looks while I was there.
Nice story.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I thought it was funny too.
No, you didn't.
Okay. Gavin, you have any stories from junior high?
Okay. I have somebody that messaged in.
Ooh.
She said she has a story for us. She said the only problem. Okay, no, actually this isn't. Well, this is a story, but I think it's answering her main question. Her main problem in high school dealing with how anti Christianity it is. She said her only problem I had was junior year with my English teacher. He was atheist, and he docked my grades because I was doing a lot of them, and they were a lot about Christianity. But with him doing that, it only made me stronger in my faith, and by the end of the year, we were getting along a lot more because his views began to change, and so he gave me an A in the class.
Wow.
It's crazy.
I'd have to agree with that. Like, how science teachers tell you how, like, the world was billions of years old, and that's not how you were brought up to thinking, and you don't know what to believe, like
And
how old the world is.
Even Christian teachers can't say some of the things that they want to say because they're not supposed to express their views about religion and Christianity.
But they can, not exactly teach, but they talk about evolution a lot. What? Don't they have to?
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
that
what
part
they're
of the...
supposed to teach.
That's what's the standard.
I know some of my teachers, they're just like, I don't even care, and they just talk about it because they know that, wait, I don't know where I was going with that.
Well,
most people are Christians.
Yeah, well, not
not
that
most.
necessarily, but
Some.
that we are old enough to be able to look at other people's views and their sides of the story.
sometimes your grade is affected, though, also. Like, you have to put the opposite of what you believe in
Yeah,
to get
it's
the good
stupid.
grade.
Yeah.
I have some crazy reasons for detentions.
Oh, boy.
So it was kind of like the arrests one, but not really. A student says Michael used computers improperly. He finished his group work early, so he took a laptop and began looking at pictures of pigs. And he got a detention for it after he was done with his work. So that's one. I'll look for a couple more. So a lot of these aren't appropriate. I shouldn't be saying these on here. So I have to look for some appropriate ones because some of these are pretty bad. What is a muggle?
It's a human. It's a Harry Potter reference where they call humans that aren't witches or wizards muggles.
Well, apparently a student called his teacher a muggle, which I guess is demeaning. I don't really know what it means.
It's terrible. It's fun.
I remember a long time ago, Kytela, You told me that your mom and dad locked you in a room and forced you to watch Harry Potter.
No,
No,
did
no, I'm dead serious. I remember you told me that. Because I was making fun of you for watching Harry Potter, and then you told me that your parents
No.
forced you to. No,
I
dead
didn't watch
serious.
Harry Potter until like a few years ago because my
Yeah,
parents finally let me.
We've never
Yeah,
watched
we've never seen
it or read any of it.
I know my parents don't like it, but they let me one weekend because my sisters begged them to let me. What?
That's what you told
I
me.
don't remember telling you that.
That's like the only memory I have of you.
All right.
That's
another
not true. That's
another crazy one was the person got a detention for drawing, like on a notepad, Justin Bieber, during class, and then singing that it should be me and hitting a non-believer.
What?
I don't know. It says
Wow.
it was singing. I don't know. This is really weird, but apparently he hit somebody who didn't like Justin Bieber, and they were drawing Justin Bieber on their.
It was a guy.
This is a good one. You guys know what Bible thumping is?
Yes.
I know.
Kind of like forcing your
Yeah.
biblical beliefs on others. Well, this person thumped another student on the head with a Bible and screamed infidel. Spreading the love.
Wow.
Spreading the love in school.
Wow.
Nice.
We don't recommend using these tactics to win over your peers to Christ.
Yeah,
It's probably
probably
not
not.
the best thing to do. What you want to do is you want to show them love, and once
I
you
can
keep doing that, if they ever go through a hard time, they'll come to you when they need help, and that's a great opportunity to show them
Yes.
the love of Christ. Okay. So I have a couple
Wee.
more. So there's been sandwich throwing across class.
Nice.
Do you think there's any kids in our school that might do that?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Couple
Not
come
that
to
I've
mind.
done that before.
Would
But
you
I've
guys-
always wanted to have a food fight. Like, no.
Justin
Justin
would not do that. I don't think he would.
No.
Okay, guys. I think for like senior, you guys should do a senior prank. Well, not really a prank, but you guys should just have a food fight in the middle of the cafeteria. That'd be fun.
Do you know how many people have probably said that they would do that?
I don't care. I just want to be in a food fight for once in my life, like they do in the
Everybody
movies.
says they want to do it on their senior year.
And then nobody does it.
Someone needs to do it. Matt, it's your year.
Another dumb detention, and this one was okay. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
No. Just do that.
I was reading new tweets. I'm sorry. I was very busy. Okay. Anyways, Juan Bachtold.
Who's that?
Waffle.
Yeah, who's that?
Well, he's the guy in the other room in the sound room right
The
now.
good-looking guy.
Yeah, the
The
good-looking guy over
good-looking
there.
guy. I beg
Handsome
to
man
differ.
over there. He whistled.
Ugh.
He said he got a dumb detention because he got kicked out because he said weed. That's all he said was weed.
Huh.
And he got. I remember the day because we were in the
about like the grass.
No,
like the
the
marijuana.
drug.
Oh,
And,
okay.
okay,
Well, I didn't.
I'll have to give a little bit of a background. I remember in class they were talking about what was popular in the 80s. And so people were saying, like the usual, like music and
Mhm.
hippies, and then he said weed, which is an appropriate answer because that's when
Yeah.
it first got widely used. And so even because he mentioned it, he wasn't like promoting it in any way. He just mentioned it, and he got kicked out of class and got a detention for it.
That's interesting because I hear people talking about their party excursions all the time in class and they don't get yelled at.
Yeah. And honestly, I think teachers can hear a lot more.
Oh,
Yeah.
Especially
they hear
the louder
everything.
ones. There's some loud students that talk about things
Yeah,
in class
they
that
should not
probably
be
shouldn't be
talking
talking about. We had somebody tweet in. She said that she never got a detention and is a smiley face with an angel face. So, congrats.
Congrats.
Good job.
I had a detention once.
Me too. It was in 5th grade.
Have you gotten a detention, Kevin?
Never.
Oh yes, yeah. He probably got the most.
How many have you gotten?
I don't know.
He gave
Enough.
me
Like too many to count?
I've
No.
only gotten one.
Like, is it double digits?
Oh my.
I don't think
It's
so.
probably
Yeah,
like
I mean-
four.
Oh my
It
goodness.
might be close.
Let's hear.
No, I haven't had that many.
Let's hear Matt's detention.
Okay,
story.
so anyways, I have a good friend. I'm a lot closer with him now than I was then. But we were in PE, and for whatever reason, he kicked me in the shin. And so I got mad and kicked him back in the shin. And then he started bleeding from his shin.
Oh.
And nothing, like we were fine after that. Like I probably kicked him a little bit harder than I should have. but I mean, we weren't like fighting. We were just like we just exchanged a couple kicks and that was it.
Just exchange.
That's all we did. And anyways, we were going along class just fine, and then a couple other students were making fun of us and making fun of the fact that Parker was bleeding from his leg, and so then the teacher found out that way because other students were making a big deal out of it. Like, we weren't really making a big deal out of it, and we wouldn't have gotten detention if other students weren't being
Immature.
Yeah.
See,
That reminds me. Okay, this is actually a funny story this time, so you guys have to laugh, okay?
okay.
Okay. So it was 7th or 8th grade, and it was an all-girls PE, and we were playing Red Rover, and we were playing Red Rover, and I was on one side, and then there was a group on the other side. There was 3 girls, and they were like the strongest girls on the other team, and they were like staying together. Their hands are like you could tell that they're like trying to like hold their hands so I wouldn't get through. And so I start running like full speed to get to the other side, and all of a sudden they let their hands go, so I fly right through them, and I keep going and I don't stop, but I run straight into the wall. So then I like to everyone they said like I pretty much bounced off the wall and just fell like without like moving any of my body parts. And so I was like just laying on the floor like paralyzed for like 10 seconds. I've been like right when I kind of like, was out of shock, I started like wailing because I was freaking out because I couldn't feel my leg. It was pretty scary.
Can't feel your leg.
No, because like I hit the wall at like full speed, dude.
Ah.
I was fast back then.
Oh, okay.
Speaking
That,
of people
remember?
hitting the wall,
Speed.
today in PE we're playing this one game that takes forever to explain, but he was holding the ball and like doubled over just trying to protect it, and I ran at him full speed and I couldn't stop, and I made him smash his face into a wall and chip a tooth today.
Today?
Yeah, I felt really bad.
Violent.
I have another weird reason why somebody got a detention. Because we were speaking about that. Somebody in computer class in 1998, like, just learned how to copy and paste. And they spent the entire class making a document that was 20,000 pages long, and all it said was moose over and over and over and over again. So he just kept copying and pasting the one word moose. And then at the end of class, he hit save, and it crashed all of the computers in the school. So the entire school was done with their server, and it crashed because he saved a document that was so huge. Which, I mean, that was 1998, so I think if we did something like that now, I don't think it would be as detrimental as
Probably
crashing
not.
the entire school server.
Detrimental, I like that word.
Detrimental.
Thank you.
The word that I've been using quite a lot in like my papers and stuff is virtually. And I don't know why.
Virtually?
I don't like
Yeah,
it.
I don't know why. I just like it.
Mhm.
We have a answer for our main question, which was the struggles and stuff that we've gone through as being Christian in high school. And anonymous person wrote to us, and they said, I feel as if the hardest thing for adolescents is to take a stand for Christ when someone's bashing him, to live Christ-like, no one's perfect, but pronounce that you're made perfect through him, and to show his love through your life, which I believe is definitely true. You know, okay, when you're like in a group of your friends and then someone starts talking about how they don't believe in this and they don't think this is true and whatnot, you don't want to look like, I don't know how else to say this without, that you just don't want to look dumb, I guess, and like stand up for him and be the odd one out.
Especially, that's right,
yeah.
Especially if the entire group is agreeing.
Yeah, agreeing with the other person, but being a Christian, that's what you have to do. That's the time to do it when you're a teenager. You need to be loud, stand out from the crowd.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's hard for a lot of people to do, to stand out and stand up for what you believe in.
Because as it is, as teenagers, we're still trying to find ourselves throughout everything that's going on through our 4 years of high school and whatnot. And just adding trying to be the perfect Christian, which essentially there's no perfect Christian to the mix. It just complicates
During
things.
high school, I believe you have a lot of pressure to be the perfect everything,
Yeah.
like the perfect athlete, the perfect student, the perfect brother, the
Aw, that's
perfect
cute.
son, and yeah. So there's a lot of pressure to do good at everything.
You know, going off that, one thing that I don't like about high school is how each teacher thinks that their class is the most important.
Yes.
And I've even had a teacher tell this to me before, that they need to put their class in front of other classes while I still had homework in other classes. And so they were saying, you know, you need to get my stuff done first. You need to put my stuff as a bigger priority when other classes are just as important. And, you know, last year as a junior, I got a lot of homework, and because last year I did all of the harder classes, and it was just really tough when every single teacher wanted me to get all of their homework done so quickly.
I've actually had a teacher tell me that, well, I had a lot of homework that weekend, and I also had church on Sunday, and I didn't get my homework done because, well, I spent the better part of my day at church. I think we had a thing after church as well, and I told my teacher that, and they're like, well, you should have just skipped church. You didn't have to go to that. I'm like, I have to go to that. Church is way more important to me than school.
Right.
And they told me, well, not when your education is more important. You need to get good grades and whatnot. So I think you can stand to miss some church. I'm like, you have no idea what you're talking about right now.
You need to make sure your priorities are straight in that time.
I think it's about time for us to get to the big question. We only got 5 more minutes left.
Kind of. Yes.
It's 7:25.
Last chance to tweet stuff in.
Yep, or message or anything like that. Does anybody want to go first with what do you think the hardest thing about being in a public school regarding your faith and being a Christian?
Okay, I'll start. Well, there are a lot of things that, like, when you get into high school and public school, a lot of things just mesh together. There's, like, different cliques and everything. Everyone has a different view on everything, and you're exposed to all of that. And being a Christian, like, you're brought up, well, if you're brought up in a Christian family, you're not necessarily used to all this differentness and people not following the rules, people getting detentions all the time, people, like, smoking in school and all that stuff. But when you get there, you're like, oh my gosh, people actually do that, and you're surprised. And then you also have to try not to, like, get sucked into that. You have to stand your ground, and you have to stay true to what you believe in.
Yeah, that's actually what I was going to say. I think the hardest part is not giving in to the world, because the world, and peer pressure is a part of that. The world is a really big place to be tempted by, and it's deceitful, and just the lies that are within that it can be so tricky. Just dealing with all of that, it's hard to maintain a high Christian moral. It's being surrounded constantly by people who don't have high Christian morals.
Yeah,
I'd have to agree with that. Also, I believe that, like, with all the pressure you have throughout the day, that you forget to talk and love on other people, and you're just worried about, like, your pressures and what you what you have to do and, like, your schedule, and you don't really think about other people's schedule and what their needs are. You just mainly focus on your needs.
Going along with what I said about giving into the world, Romans 12:2 says, "Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will." So even the Bible knew that we were going to go through struggles like this, and I'm sure there are struggles like this outside of school, like, for example, in the workplace or something like that. So it's everywhere. You have to be able to not conform through the world in everywhere other than, like, church.
I actually wrote a song that kind of has to do with it. Some of the lyrics are, just stand tall, don't back down, do what you know is right, don't give up on our King. He's the one who gave us everything. You shouldn't give up on God just in order to fit in with other people and to look cool. Like, He literally gave His life for us, so I think we deserve to be able to be loud and proud.
All right, Gavin.
I think one of the hardest things is other people's influence of, like, they have their list of reasons why that they don't believe in God, or, like, why people shouldn't be Christians because of things that happen to them, and they always blame it on God, because I've heard a lot that He knows what's going to happen, so why doesn't He change it? So that might turn somebody or make somebody think that, like, yeah, why did this happen to me or that?
You know, those are some of the harder people to deal with because not only do they not believe in him, but they are trying to convince other people, and they've already convinced themselves that he doesn't exist. Because there are people out there who just don't have a belief, like, you know, they're not really leaning towards any way. But there are some people who are really, really anti-Christ, and they're pretty hard to deal with.
Yeah.
They don't listen to you,
Right.
like they already made up their mind. So.
Yep. I think we're about out of time.
Yeah. Well, tune in next week, next Thursday at 7 o'clock, and we'll be doing the same thing again. We do not have a topic at this time.
We'll
So-
tweet it.
Yeah, we'll tweet it out so then
We'll
you guys
get
can be
the-
thinking about what you want to tweet at us at #Ask412. And if you have any suggestions for topics for us, actually, you can tweet that in as well or
Great
message
idea.
us, and we will take that into consideration because we always like to converse with you guys. So, I'm Kytela,
I'm Josh.
I'm Gavin.
I'm Matt.
and this is The Project.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye. We ended right at
Okay.
7:30. And the live broadcast is still going, by the way, so.
People watching.
2.
2.
Solid.
Hello, YouTube.
Sometimes I wonder who that
Watching
other
us.
person is. Like, who is that?
Probably some people.
Yeah.
Probably Megan down in Alabama.
Some
Mm,
creep
probably
wants to watch us.
My
Did you stop
girlfriend
it?
just needs to talk to me.
Wait, what is that?
We can talk to him for a little bit.
We always keep it on.
I'm so sore right now.
You gotta stay in shape.
I'm exhausted.
It's funny how stalled the camera is.
So you guys feeling some DQ?
I haven't eaten anything.
I don't have money.
Yes.
We can still go and hang out.
I
have $500.
I have a
I
gift
got
card to
some cash.
Subway.
What are you
Actually-
doing?
Let's go do something.
But we could go to
Yeah, let's go
we
do
could go to
something.
DQ.
But
Go.
first, let me take a selfie.
But first, I have to go home and get my wallet.
I want to sit in.
Justin and Gavin, I got you guys a cone again. That's my job.
You
Hey,
guys
y'all.
you buy him stuff?
Oh, look, I found a
I bought
John.
a cone.
Is it
It's like
still
$1.
two
It's like
people watching?
Have you guys updated Snapchat yet?
Yes, and I love
I
it.
love it.
I have to. I still.
It's
I
really
haven't.
cool because I've been messaging so you.
Well, see, I only like the filters
Wanna
on
take a
it, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, that's awkward.
Is there more filters?
No, it's the same
Keep
filters.
turning my filters off automatic. Oh, there they are.
Wait, do we have still 3 viewers? Hey, 3 viewers!
Wait, we gained one?
We gained 1. Yeah!
How many?
I want y'all.
It was usually
Oh,
2 viewers, but
how-
like,
like,
30
are you
seconds
viewing
ago.
this?
seconds ago, it
No.
was 2 viewers. So I want to see who's the 3
Who's the third one?
Who's
How
the
do
three
you, how do you
people?
find it out?
Who's the 3
No,
people?
you can't click on it. Don't click on anything.
How do you figure it out?
Message somebody if you have the person here on anything. Justin, you're gonna scare them away.
Hi, Morgan.
Is it Morgan?
Morgan's one.
Morgan, wave if you can see us.
Oh, I think I can see her.
We can
Oh,
see her.
Morgan.
Knowing how Morgan is, she probably is waving right now.
She's probably gonna post a picture.
A
on
video.
my Instagram later.
Hey.
Wave loud. We do have a Instagram for the look. We have a Instagram for the youth group, by the way.
+3 followers.
Yes. What's our thing? It's Project 412.
It's Project 4, and then 12 is written out.
Is it still that?
Yes. We haven't changed it.
I changed it.
Well,
Uh-oh.
you didn't.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, I'm gonna look at it real fast.
JK, we lied.
Law Project Go.
John, how do you
It's
do this?
the Project 412.
John, do you take everything down, or do you just leave it on the mic stands, or what do you?
Well, once we're still talking to
I
people.
know.
on
I'm just
YouTube.
asking.
Why we want to talk about it's like saying like we have a friend over and you're like,
Do you just want to tell this person?
I'm gonna go to
You're
the
like,
grocery
so,
store.
I'm gonna lock the doors soon and turn all the lights off, but yeah, we're still gonna sit here and talk for a little bit.
Although I am feeling some DQ because I'm starving.
Did you jive?
Oh
Hello.
my gosh. I
got
thought that was
Snapchat.
coming to
I
an
got
end.
Snapchat.
Oh, John,
I
you're
thought
part
that
of my
was coming to
story.
an
How's that make you feel?
It makes me feel good.
It's
Morgan,
it's
come
Morgan.
Fairbury, come Derek.
Hey,
Oh,
Morgan's
she's
waving.
waving at us.
Yeah.
We're waving back.
She knows.
She can see us.
I know. Shut
Let
up.
Josh wave louder.
Wave
Judge
louder.
Wave loud.
Even louder.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
gotta
that's
show emotion when you do it. Show pride.
How do I? Can I like?
No.
How do I like chat with
I had a
them? Can
nickel
I like
for every
video?
time somebody told me that.
Told you what.
Yeah, if she gets on at the same time, you gotta wait.
Dude, do
Somebody,
it.
if somebody
You
Do
gotta
the whole,
see.
the whole thing,
It
like
depends.
switch it like that.
Tell her like you want to go onto Snapchat, FaceTime.
Morgan, do a Snapchat thing with John, whatever
Oh,
you
you
want
can
to call it.
Snapchat FaceTime?
Yeah.
I'll show you how.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
show
Oh, somebody
you.
said it's really glitchy.
Well, I would imagine that it'd have some bugs.
Well, Morgan, I'd like to talk to
You
you on
never watched
Snapchat.
Frozen.
Quit texting me.